Hey guys, Czar back with you again. Hope all is well. I want to check back in with you. I just did a little video on setting alerts on ranges like this, and you can see that the alert that I had here, if you saw the little video, you'll see that the alert here has been triggered. And so I just got the alert and sat back down at my desk again, and now we have a potential opportunity for a trade. So here we are back at the trading screen, and I will tell you that my computer is completely locked up. Not my mouse, but I can't even move the screen. Oh, there we go. Just released. You can see that there. And so I had an alert somewhere down here because of this range. You can see this range that we were in. It was kind of all this stuff right here. And we've finally broken out of it now, or getting close to it at the very least. And so there might be some kind of a trade here for me. All right, so what I'm going to do here is to put a little zone marker right here. You can see that prices did in fact break and close above that range that I just created. But we have these two very significant rejection wicks, and then we had a third over here. Now we're finally moving above those, and that's really what I'm dealing with here in this range. So the range market was actually up here. All right, so now we're going to watch this for a bit. I'm going to put you on pause, and I'll bring you back if I see a trade developing. Pause now. All right, we're back, guys, and as you can see, prices are moving up pretty significantly here. We're still in negatives for the day on the futures, but had quite a big move here. We can watch that even more closely now. See what happens here. This thing might want to close this entire zone. We'll see if that's the case. Got some dip buying clearly going on here. I'm going to flip you over to the Vwap on this. Let me get the session markers back up again so we can see where this is relative to the whole kit and the caboodle. Yeah, so here was that range I was talking about from the open of New York on the Nazi. After this big drop earlier today in London. And now, watching closely on this, I will take you over to the sisters again. We'll see what the others are doing. It looks like we're trying to get a breakout here on the S&P, and not so much in the Dow. The Dow's very much range bound still. So the NAS is leading, and looks like it's flipping over now a little bit. The Vwap. Alright guys, I'll pause you here and I'll bring you back. Alright guys, we're back. And yeah, I think this rally is a little suspect, to be quite frank with you. Back to the sisters, yeah, without the S&P and the Dow actually breaking now below, without the S&P participating and the Dow not participating either, and actually breaking down below the New York Open, I'm thinking this NASDAQ rally is suspect. In which case, I will be looking for a short potentially in through here. I'm going to keep my eye on all of them, but getting ready here now, guys, just for a quick one. Now, sell stop, guys, sell stop limit at the bottom of this candle. If this breaks down below, I'm short. I'm short for about a 1.4 R win. Not yet. About to be, though. And now, guys, I'm in. I am short the NASDAQ. And I'm going to watch this closely. Take you back to the trading screen. You can see, even though we're in the middle of the zone, you don't often see me take a trade like you're seeing me take right now, based on where we are here. This is the middle of a fairly clean zone. As a matter of fact, it's a very clean zone. Clean action here, very clean action here, and clean action here. But because the other participants or the constituents are not participating, wow, I'm really stumbling over the English language here today, guys. It's hump day, middle of the week, and that's when my English goes to hell in a handbasket. I'm not really being honest with you, but it's clearly a little bit of an issue here today. But I'm watching, guys, watching this thing, rejecting, and then I'll bring you back to Vwap. We'll see this here, but I think there's a relatively good chance this thing's going to continue going south. Despite the impulse move here, corrective, you would think the next impulse wave is up, and it might very well be. But when I'm seeing this, then I'm not as convinced. So this relative weakness in the S&P, relative weakness in the Dow, relative strength in the NASDAQ. Now that can be a real sign of strength, in which case these two might be brought up. But I'm not sensing that right now, guys, and so I'm tossing the coin on the idea that the NASDAQ is going to weaken and that it will look something like we're seeing here with that trade marker. First trade of the day, guys. Should say first day trade, scalp of the day. I did take a Forex trade this morning, a very nice one, 2-hour win. Very early. I didn't share it with the group because it's not something that not a technique or a model that I'm sharing with the group not right now. It's a project that I'm working on, and I will make it public to the group as it continues to be very profitable. We'll see. And I also did some swing trading this morning right on the open. Based on all this bank news, I went into my longer-term equity portfolios and took some positions. But this is my first trade of the day on the indices. And we'll see if it's going to work out. Relatively straightforward. Moving down now. Being patient here, guys. Need to be looking for 35 points here. There we go. Market was not cooperating with me. I'm sure it was user error. I have no problem admitting that. All right. Watching closely now, guys. Patience. All right, guys, for your second, I'm going to put it on pause and let this thing grind around a little bit. We are heading into twilight zone. It's 11:55 right now, 5 minutes to lunch. That means the Germany and UK are closed, at least under normal daylight savings time hours. We're not equal right now, so I'm not going to do the math on that. But we're basically either about to close or have already closed on Frankfurt and the UK, and going into lunch for sure, New York time. All right, pause now. All right, guys, we're back. Just kind of grinding around here a little bit still. In profits, tempting to take these given that we're going into twilight zone, but not going to. I'm going to stick with this trade till the bitter end. Hopefully a sweet end, but we'll see. See how this thing plays out. Just reading breaking news here that the U.S. Treasury says it's monitoring the Credit Suisse situation, and Credit Suisse CDS reach crisis levels as the bank seeks protection. This thing's still very messy, guys, in the bank world. You know, banks around the world have been hit, including Canadian banks, and actually I bought some Canadian banks yesterday and this morning on the weakness, and so far working out, but time will tell. Sometimes the markets throw out the baby with the bathwater, and Canadian banks are most certainly not in the same situation as those regional banks and other banks in the U.S. and around the world for that matter. So when I see that kind of sympathy play, when it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, I will often pick up some stuff, and in this case Canadian banks versus US banks. Very unclear on the US bank situation. It's still a story to be told, so I'm gonna play it safe on that front, not touching them. Guys, I'm gonna put you back on pause again for your sake. Here we go. Alright guys, still grinding around here, and I'm just going to take you over to the sisters and I'll show you this. Unfortunately for this trade, you'll see that the S&P and the Dow are actually rallying a little bit here. I mean rallying on the micro sense. This is a 1 minute chart, but just kind of they're finding support, put it that way, right here. And you can see that in in through here, and here at the New York open line, which often does play a strong role in support. And so what I need, of course, is for the NASDAQ to roll over and capitulate. Otherwise, this trade is dead in the water. Back on pause, guys. Here we go, guys. Seeing a move down after quite a few minutes of grinding sideways. Watching closely now. Need a push here. And I believe it's coming. One more. It's not over till it's over. Tighten stop now. One more push. New candle, and there it is, guys. 35 points. Thank you for staying with me. Have an amazing day. We'll probably come back with some more trades here this afternoon, I would think. We're getting some movement here finally, having broken out of that opening range. And so now we can possibly see some setups. Take care, guys. Talk soon. Hit that like button if you will. And just give me a nice comment. It'll be nice to, I like to meet my viewers. So I'd appreciate that. Thanks, guys. Take care.